but like just good for the matchups where you don't really want to have to fight as Roy. Whereas Roy can do very well like with his particular, what would you call it? Frame data, I guess you could say?
Yeah.
Where it's just advantage on shield, disadvantage or lack thereof. Just fantastic options in terms of aggression.
Yeah, and Roy is one of those characters that really benefited from the added ease of movement, I guess is the right word. Now all of a sudden I can't find my words.
Personally, I would say Roy benefited the most from the reduction in landing lag.
Exactly.
And the increase in damage overall. Because that made some moves very safe when they maybe should not have been. Shoutouts to down air.
However, it will be the Snake that we're seeing here in Losers Final. The winner goes on, loser goes home.
And we are going to be going to FD at the start. He's going to shoot the gun right off the bat. We are getting this PlayStation All-Stars looking matchup.
Yeah, no, this is oh my gosh, it is.
It really is.
It's exactly that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, we're not Nintendo fans around here, I guess. He's gonna get that dash attack though, and keeping it relatively even, but Arsene on the cusp of awakening. There he is. Shoots the gun. She's just shooting. Oh, he's crawling under it. That's actually like not a bad idea. Oh, but that down air is gonna call out that low recovery. Very, very good option.
An even better idea from 6WX, calling him out with that down air, which, as you said, with Arsene, a spiky hitbox.
Absolutely. Oh, gets the jab. Maybe he wasn't ready for it. Let's go for the grab afterwards. And Sabo moving around very, very well.
I feel like 6WX has, or Sabo has 6WX relatively well scouted out. However, oh my. You know, just as I say that.
What a great up smash coming out. That is going to clutch out that stock, keeping it pretty even again. Oh, it was there, but it was not there, unfortunately, and that isn't going to get the hit that he wanted. The weights from Sabo doing a very, very good job of just kind of patiently expecting the different defensive options that West could have possibly gone for. He's just sitting there. Gonna go for there, but again, wasn't there.
Oh.
Wow,
that back air was.
That was so good.
Unbelievable. And it's hard to catch Snake upon recovery. You really do need to have the right angle and the fearlessness to go down that deep to begin with. But then again, if you're a Snake, that's usually why you want to recover high, because
yeah, no, his positioning was very, very good and made sure that he clipped the Amazon drone on recovery there. But it's gonna look again a little bit closer now as this the percentage stops to. Excuse me. The stock starts to maybe whittle away. Ooh, good dash attack there. And Sabo is looking to maybe make this a little bit closer, but wow, he DI's out of it. I didn't even know he could. Shoots the gun.
I mean, he could. We probably can.
Yeah.
To be completely fair.
Ooh. And this is a bad position to be in, but just runs up and kicks him right in the teeth. That looks like it hurt.
None too close on getting Arsene. However, he does have options. Beautifully done. And 6WX, I mean, with the it seemed like the very first hitbox that could have possibly hit him, the very first frame.
Now that up smash was just a fantastic option for calling out that back air that he was doing, because he's probably going to land with it fastball. But Joker says, no, I still got some range, and I'm still going to hit you.
Yep. And now Sabo, who again, I mean, has not been in this position as much as 6WX has. What adjustments do you foresee him having to make in game number 2, going up against the Joker of 6WX?
Oh, be the hero. Pick the song. I wanted to pick. All right. Well, we'll see.
Going to Battlefield Mementos instead.
The music counterpick, very, very particular.
Agreed.
Do it. Do it, do Mass Destruction. Do it for me. Do it.
He's thinking of it.
Be the hero that I need. I'll take Persona 4.
I'll take Outface myself. Because honestly, the red setup kind of hurts my eyes.
I got you.
Yeah.
But like, looks like we're sticking with the Persona 5. I can't say I dislike it because I don't. But we are going to be getting the Roy switch. I think this is probably a better call because it seemed like Snake's zoning options were just not working out for someone as fast as Joker. And we are going to be going to Battlefield this time around. Good forward air. All right. Right now, oh, wow. Right now, Sabo, I imagine, just kind of, oh, wow, Arsene already out because he landed that counter. Shooting the gun. Gun point blank seems to be particularly safe, actually. No edge guard coming out there. Down throw to forward air, just super strong. Goes for that down air. Good weight from Sabo.
6WX might want to make that adjustment relatively quickly. Excuse me. You do not want to be challenging that up B of Roy's, generally speaking.
No, it can lead to some poor situations where you'd have to tech and you are just not ready for it. But Sabo going out there trying to edge guard, maybe not quite timing his forward airs correctly, but you can stay out there for a pretty long time, surprisingly, as Roy. Oh, what a great up tilt to call out the roll off the ledge there. Just super great reaction.
6WX getting read by like a book by the number 5 in Philadelphia, is looking to climb the ranks even higher than that as this PR season rolls on.
A bit
back
unfortunate
air, well
DI
killed.
there, maybe? But that back air, yeah, that back air is going to clutch out the stock.
I mean, back air can kill at the right percentages. You could raise questions about the DI, of course. I mean, as you could with any stock. But, I mean, Joker is basically Sheik that can kill. So.
I would say that that's a fair comparison. Although Joker's damage output without Arsene is definitely very Sheik reminiscent. Arsene being out here, though, that's definitely going to change it up. And 6WX has been making very good use of his projectiles, kind of playing a bit more evasive game. I can't blame him. Roy is very scary. Kind of gets up in your face and says, I'm going to swing this sword, and there's nothing you're going to do about it. He's going to get that side B going. Another side B going.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, the AHA does not, in fact, stack. It just refreshes the duration once you land the second one. So it's just a little bit of damage. Doesn't necessarily go completely nuts with the DPS.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't want to take like 4% per take. That sounds ugly.
Oh,
Good
good.
F-tilt.
Yeah, and way to get back to the ledge as well. 6WX trying to read a ledge getup of some sort from Sabo. Instead, foregoes the ledge altogether. He gets the kill for his brazenness in the face of a PGR player, 6WX.
Absolutely. Sometimes that's the best option, just to say, you know what, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of what you're going to do. So I'm going to get over here and I'm going to F-tilt you. Sabo is, oh, very, very close. The grappling hook almost got that catch there. Good nair there. Down throw nair, very, very good option. Out of down throw, there's a surprisingly low amount of options that you can actually get. Wow.
Wow.
That is going to be the kill, yep.
The minute he dropped the shield, the minute he dropped the counter, excuse me, is on down B, is the minute he struck. And Sabo, well-timed, good patience, that he's starting to learn that, is that he obviously knows that this is a very defensive game in nature.
Absolutely.
But also he finds himself getting a little bit too overconfident on offense, finds himself overextending. But he showed the patience there, showed the commitment to his option, but he just had to wait it out until 6WX let his guard down.
Absolutely. Now, I don't want to say that side B killed at 60, but I think that side B killed at 60.
We don't know. We don't know exactly. Those of you at home, hey, if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, which, by the way, youtube.com/.
Feel free to let me know in the future.
Absolutely. We'll
I'm certain future Avocado is very interested in that percent because I love to make jokes about Roy's side B. It kills you at 0 sometimes. Only when it wants to.
Absolutely. And by the way, Future Stu, take out the recycling. Thank you. So,
oh, man.
As we go to game number 3 here, you foresee he's probably going to stick with Roy. He saw a lot more success with him, a lot more success than he saw with the Snake. What do you feel the difference is in this matchup between Joker Snake and Joker Roy?
Basically what it comes down to is he isn't trying to play campy against a campy character. He has the options to get in there, and that seems to be what you need, especially with how 6WX has been playing Joker. Very evasive, very defensive, and very effective. It's very, very good so far. Good counter there, and that's, again, putting it very close to Arsene. Ooh, there he is right there.
Good footstool and taking advantage.
Fantastic
of the,
intentional footstool. Yes.
Well,
Incredibly intelligent.
you don't make the PGR for no reason, my man. Let's go. And But nonetheless, I mean, realizing.
Oh my God. That shouldn't. No. I'm glad that didn't kill. That was wild.
Whether it was intentional or not, it certainly worked out well enough, knowing that the up B really does not have all that much range, and footstooling him enough to the point where he simply could not recover. 6WX.
Up tilt though. Sabo's been doing a good job of keeping him at the ledge here, just kind of keeping him cornered. Good weight there, and that back air is going to clutch it out.
That was absolutely intentional.
That was an incredibly hard to do back air, because he had to do full hop, like dash forward, back air, and time it right. That was actually very difficult.
Neutral air missing on that. 6WX got to put him at disadvantage, and trying to get him with the gun once again, but Sabo still rising in more ways than one.
Oh, wow. What a great dash back to catch that down tilt there. And is going to get side beat for his troubles. Up B, a little early just to try to get the aggression off, but wow. Maybe did not time it right, but this is a very scary position to be in as Sabo.
However, when within danger, there is opportunity, and Sabo looking for
Fantastic
it.
Nair, but he dies because that Nair takes forever to end.
Indeed.
That sucks. Now remember, kids, you can't always just trade with the first hit because that doesn't actually have that much knockback. Roy's up. Goes for the upward variation and waits. Fantastic little 50-50 you got there. If they're going to double jump away, if they're going to try to land with an aggressive option. Sabo ready for it in that position. Does not go off stage, and you can't really two-frame with that down smash, so kind of an interesting call.
It is an interesting option that that you just brought up. The fact that Joker's there, it isn't the typical get off me somewhat defensive option that it is, where you're just kind of saying, hey, you're in my space, you're going to get out of it, and quick. Yeah, no, you really do have to commit to this area. You have to be very deliberate with your placement of it.
It's very slow, and it takes a very long time to end. It's kind of interesting. 6WX not really bothering to challenge Roy's recovery. In some positions, you definitely can. As Joker, maybe down air would have been able to trade with it because the hitboxes aren't really that large. But these guns, these short hop guns, actually very, very good so far. Jump. Good forward throw there. Puts Sabo in a little bit uglier of a position, and that back air is going to kill.
Indeed, 6WX finding himself one game away from Grand Finals, where we could see another iteration of what was once known as the weekly special. 6WX versus Juice, the #1 versus #2 going at it.
I remember the weekly special. That was an era.
Absolutely, man. I mean, and those of you who have been following the Philadelphia scene for quite some time, back when Bears was on the Bros Calamity channel, in fact.
Guys, shout outs.
Absolutely.
That was a while ago, yeah. Shout outs to Clash tournaments, the thing you're watching right now.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, we have found ourselves a home here, and we plan on being here for a very long time. And
there's
hey man, I'm pretty much camping out.
Yeah, I'm in a good spot. Oh wow.
Oh.
Okay, so interestingly enough, Roy's down throw does not have that much advantage. It's 0. So it seems like 6WX just countered and knew. Like, yeah, no, you're gonna go for something that doesn't work, so I'm gonna get this free hit. Great side B there though to catch the roll back on the tech. Sabo is taking his good old time. Doesn't want to have to fight Arsene. And it is Arsene. It's not Joker anymore.
Yeah, more or less. There is no Joker, only Zool.
Yeah.
Forward smash! Wow. There's no more first stock for Sabo anymore. He is down to 2 stocks, and he has 2 stocks to work with if he wants to take this to a Game 5.
Good up air there, though. Just catching these get up options. 6WX has not gotten off the ledge for free at all.
No, Sabo incredibly efficient on the ledge, and not the easiest thing to do with Roy, but I mean, just, hey, it's the general nature of the sword.
Back
Might
air.
as well pile on whatever damage you can. Sour spot back air.
Yep, the sweet spot of back air is actually very small, interestingly enough, and that is a middle hitbox. Shout out to middle hitboxes, I hate them. Good F tilt though, that is the real hitbox.
Absolutely, caught every last bit of that one. That was meaty.
Actually, 100%, yeah. Good down tilt, catching him sleeping on the ground there. Sabo seems to be not necessarily struggling, but having a hard time just kind of closing the distance against 6WX. But now with Arsene, 6WX is more than interested in having Sabo close the distance with him. And wow, goes for that same nair, but actually lives it this time. Sabo finds himself in a bad position.
Certainly doesn't help when you have some new
Oh
wings
my
with
God,
which to
he's
work,
dead.
and Sabo is dead.
He's dead.
Indeed, 6WX will move on. A crucial mistake from Sabo, but it's to 6WX's benefit. And Joker stealing that game 4. And all of a sudden, find themselves teleporting their way, or flying, we should say, to Grand Finals.
That was something special.